A major victory for U.S. forces in Yemen. Al-Qaeda's #2 leader has been killed in a drone strike, we learned overnight. Officials are describing Nasir al-Wuhayshi's death as a, quote, significant blow to the terrorist group. But it's certainly not enough to stabilize the country racked by civil war. Meantime, Yemen's northern neighbor, Saudi Arabia, is clamping down on any violence that spills over into its borders. With more on that, let's go straight to Bloomberg's Willem Marx, who joins us now from Riyadh. Good morning, Willem.
Good morning, Olivia. So those talks that are taking place currently in Geneva between the various Yemen factions not proving very fruitful today so far. The exiled government of President Hadi insisting that Houthi-backed rebels that have taken over most of the country be disarmed immediately, according to a UN Security Council from a few months ago. Meanwhile, the Houthi rebels saying that they're not going to give up their arms. They insist on a ceasefire before they get serious about any kind of negotiations. Now, down on the Saudi border with Yemen, just in the north of Yemen, the Houthi-backed forces have taken over a major provincial capital, and rocket fire from Yemen into Saudi Arabia has been continuing apace. We were down on that border a few days ago with some of the Saudi border patrol forces, and I sat down with Major General Mansour al-Turki from the Interior Ministry. The Interior Ministry is responsible for those border forces. I asked him about the risks that his forces are taking right now.
It's very dangerous, but this is their job, and this is what they are trained to do, to protect the border, to look after the border. They cannot give up because there is a very high probability that terrorists can take advantage of the military operations and try to sneak through the borders, getting inside Saudi Arabia.
Now, this is a moment in time where Saudi Arabia is aggressively courting foreign investment. For companies looking to do business here, clearly domestic security is a major factor for them to consider. And I asked Major Mansour al-Turki, Major General, I should say, Mansour al-Turki, whether he thought that Saudi's very aggressive military stance, both against the Islamic State in Syria and, of course, against the Houthis here in Yemen, could have some blowback, could impact domestic security here. This is what he had to say.
I believe so, and we don't see this. I mean, we have seen this military operation that has been going on now for more than 2 months, and you have seen that the country is stable.
You're not worried, though, that by creating further instability in Yemen, that terrorist organizations from Yemen will wander into Saudi Arabia and create problems? We
do consider that. Nobody can say that carrying out any military operation will not expose our country and our security to any kind of danger. I mean, we have been endangered by terrorist groups. We have been endangered by Al-Qaeda in Yemen or QAP. The idea actually is that are we able to defend our country? Are we willing to defend our country, sacrifice our lives, defending our country and our people? That is what we have shown so far, actually, that we are capable, we are ready to defend our country. Of course, we could not say that we will not be targeted. We are being targeted. We have been targeted by Al-Qaeda in Yemen. We are being targeted by ISIS, and we will not exclude any other groups from targeting us. But we have shown also that we are capable and we are willing to defend our country and to keep such threat outside our borders.
Now, those threats may be outside their borders for now, with the exception, of course, of rocket fire and the odd Scud missile that's made its way into Saudi. But, of course, there have been major attacks from Islamic State-aligned fighters against mosques in this country, and that is a serious security problem that people here are not so willing to talk about. Back to you guys in New York.
Willem, thank you so much. Really interesting stuff, clearly at a moment when Saudi defense policy is very much in flux. Thank you so much. Hope you get home safely. That is Bloomberg's Willem Marx reporting there from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.